So you want to eliminate you don't want to eliminate recalls themselves. You want to clarify when recalls can be used.
Yeah,
correct?
exactly. There are 19 states across the country that allow the recall of a state elected official. Wisconsin is one of only 4 that does not require a reason to be stated. So what we'd like to do is model it after what happens at the local level. If you want to recall a county supervisor or a mayor, you have to state a reason on the recall petition. I would like to use the Rhode Island example where they say there are 3 circumstances under which a recall would be permitted. If you've been charged or convicted of a felony, if you've been convicted of a misdemeanor, or if you've had ethical violations. We need people who are willing to stand up and take courageous votes. Sometimes it takes a while for people to understand the benefits or the negatives, and that's why we're elected to a term of office. So if you commit a crime in office, you should go, but if you make a tough vote, I certainly hope you wouldn't be held accountable until you come to the ballot box.
So under this legislation, the recalls that we saw the last time would not have happened?
No, that's not true. We would have definitely had an opportunity for the discussion, and the amendment's not in the final stages yet. I think there still could have been the potential to recall the Democrat senators who fled the state in really dereliction of duty. But you're right, those individuals who took a vote based on their conscience, based on what they thought was in the best interest of Wisconsin, would not have faced the recall. They would have faced their normal election like they will still in about a year.
What's wrong with the notion that just let the people decide? They decided the last time. You can agree or disagree with the outcome, but they decided. Why do we need to mess with it?
Well, first of all, I think that we are undermining democracy by saying that many times in Wisconsin, we're a swing state, so nobody usually wins with large margins. Governor Walker, as an example, got 52%. Candidates for the legislature rarely get over 60%. So if we are now saying that a small minority of the district, 25%, can just create a perpetual campaign cycle because they disagree with a single vote, we will take the courage that legislators all too infrequently show and make it even more difficult. I want to show people that you can take tough votes, have the ability to go back and explain it, and if you're wrong, you'll be voted out of office, but you shouldn't be threatened by powerful special interests with a recall every time you cast a tough vote.
You say this will be bipartisan legislation, but can you name a single Democrat who would support this?
I have approached Democrats. Unfortunately, we are in such a hyper-partisan time. I think they're still smarting over the fact that the last recalls did not go through. So I am still reaching out. My hands are open. That's why we don't have a final draft that's out there yet, because I'd like to work to craft the language so it isn't partisan in nature. I am offering as sincerely as I can the hope that we could work together to fix this process, and I'm optimistic and trying to be hopeful that somebody will take me up.